I'm professional mountain biker Ryan Petry.
And I'm professional cyclist Alexey Ryan.
We searched the country to find 3 novice bikers looking to take on the challenge of a lifetime.
We plan to help train and equip these new riders to tackle one of the hardest bike races in the nation, the Leadville Trail 100, a high-altitude event covering over 100 miles.
These riders have lots of training to do before then, as we're starting from the ground up.
All right. The most challenging thing, I've trained really hard. I mean, I don't think I could have trained any harder than I did for this. It requires a commitment, and I committed to it. And it's been tough to balance my role as a mom and full-time attorney and squeeze in 550 miles in July and 47 hours of riding. It's been tough.
We are in Leadville, Colorado, and it is finally time. I will be racing the Leadville 100.
Considered by some to be the toughest race in America, the Leadville Trail 100 takes cyclists across 104 miles of Colorado's highest terrain. Starting at an elevation of 10,000 feet in the town of Leadville, racers quickly head into the mountains and are immediately faced with the steep ascents of St. Kevin's, Carter Summit, and Sugarloaf before heading down the steep technical descent of Powerline. This race is timed, and riders will face their first time cutoff at Twin Lakes. If they make it to this point without being stopped, racers then have the grueling and steep Columbine climb to make before turning around, doing it all in reverse, finishing back in town all in under 12 hours. Injured and unable to race, Enzo still made it to Leadville to help support the rest of the crew.
It's hard seeing all the homies and like all the crew just putting in so much work and having to like take a step back from it, like knowing that I was part of that again. It stings a lot more than I thought it would, and it makes me way hungrier to get back on a bike as soon as the surgery is done. But it's still really good to be out here and feel the Leadville energy and be part of the community again.
The energy of Leadville is pretty special. I feel like there definitely is like this buzzing going around. This race is just something special because people are just so supportive and everyone's doing the same course and knows how hard it is going into it, so there's camaraderie here. That feels really cool and very, very honored to be a part of.
I'm Sam Lennis from Shimano North America. We come out here at different events and make sure people like David and everyone here at Leadville can do their thing, all right? Make sure the bikes are up to snuff, run through her, make them safe, make them happy, and just put them all in party mode.
Now that the bikes are tuned, the crew heads off to a short shakedown ride before heading over to the pre-race meeting.
There's this odd calm that I'm sitting on right now. I'm not magically going to get stronger overnight. I'm not going to become that much more technically sound on descents. It's this weird calm. I understand at some point it's going to click for me. I'm just going to have that moment where it's like, oh, it's go time. It's race time.
Are you ready to tackle the race across the sky tomorrow? That's what I'd like to hear.
You know, I'm still equal parts excited and terrified. Like, I have a lot of respect for the Rocky Mountains and the course tomorrow, but I'm mostly just excited to be here. I mean, this is what we've been working for months.
This has been kind of the end goal. There has been some ups and downs in the road and setbacks that I'm like excited to see what my body's capable of. I spent the last few weeks really taking time to reflect on this entire project. I do want to have fun, and that's the whole soul of this project, and I'm so grateful for that. So I think just excited to see what I can do tomorrow.
We're not leaving here without Leadville silver and gold. See you tomorrow.
With the race meeting complete, Johanna, David, and Rachel meet with their race support team from the Sweet Spot for some last-minute lessons on tire repair before they sit down with Ryan and Alexey to go over race strategy. Racers of the Leadville 100 must hit timed checkpoints along the route to be allowed to proceed due to safety concerns. If a rider doesn't make it in time, their race will be ended early.
Last year, I feel like me and Alexey learned a lot with this project, sort of working with these time cutoffs. We're both pros. We don't really think about the time cutoffs as much, but when you're thinking about these, Johanna, David, and Rachel and how they've been training all year long, we're gonna be racing to those time cutoffs. We're gonna be pacing it a little bit differently and hopefully laying it all out on course so that no matter what, at the end of the day, we have success and we feel like we truly gave it everything we had.
So we looked at some different points. So the first point that we looked at is Carter Summit. So it's where you turn to do that road descent. So Alexey has the time splits that you need to be at around there.
So it is 10:50. You have to do that in twin lake spot. They will tell you no matter what second it is.
You're racing 40 miles. If you make it, then, hopefully then they become a little bit nicer, the cutoffs. We can evaluate, don't stop eating and don't straight up sprint ever. But it's a 40-mile race. If you get past there, then it becomes a longer race and we treat it as we go.
It has to be continuous, right? You have to fight from the beginning. It's otherwise, you get to the top of Carter Summit after St. Kevin's and you've, taken it a little bit easier. If you're already 5 minutes behind there, you still have to climb through it.
We want you guys to feel like you left it all out there. It's a really good feeling, as you guys know. So this, I hope will allow us, allow you guys to do that.
Having Ryan and Alexey and their support through this whole journey has been invaluable. They've ridden this course, they've ridden a number of endurance races, and they got so much experience, and they're awesome.
It's super cool. It's one of my favorite parts of the event so far. ESI had this last little gift for the riders, little motivational messages that are engraved on their grips.
Okay, we had one last touch to add to your bike.
Oh, so cute. These are really good reminders. Smile is all because of you. Anytime you remind me in my workouts.
We have a last minute touch on your bike. That's amazing. So what does chase more mean?
Before this project, it was survive, it was get by. There's just so much more. The fact that there's more as an option, that I don't just need to leave that survival mindset and just go back to catching up in different departments, that I could chase, that I could pursue more, that, breaking even isn't that goal anymore. There's more out there. That's amazing.
Yeah.
When David, Rachel, and Johanna line up and they walk over to the corrals, they're gonna see just pure madness.
Good morning, Leadville family! Ride safe, ride strong, Godspeed, we love you, Leadville family!
Remember yesterday you made us a promise. I commit, I won't quit. You're better than you think you are. You can do more than you think you can. Dig deep.
And then they'll probably feel their heart just pounding in their chest. And then they'll hear the gun go off, and then you're gonna go ride your bikes as hard as you possibly can for as long as you possibly can.
After leaving town, riders immediately face the St. Kevin's climb. Adding to the difficulty of the climb is the sheer number of riders, all making their way up the steep switchbacks.
My guess is that maybe they hit traffic going up St. Kevin's, and once you get have to come off your bike, if somebody stops in front of you, that adds up a bunch of time.
Struggling more than I thought I would. I wanted to stay on the bike until I got to that last stretch. I gave a little too much too early. So now I'm just trying to maintain to the top. Hopefully make it up over on Sugarloaf. Yeah, Rachel.
With the first big climbs out of the way, Rachel, Johanna, and David now face the intimidating powerline descent. It's steep, fast, and technical, so choosing the right line is important. They all need to make up some time, so this descent could be the difference in making it to the Twin Lakes cutoff in time.
Come on, Rachel! Come on, Rachel! Pick it up! You got this! Yeah!
Come on, you got this! You can do hard things!
Let's go, Johanna! Let's go, Johanna! Pick it up! Pick it up!
All right, you can take your tail back off.
You can totally get this. You're inside of that 30-minute buffer right now, but you're gotta go. We can take a rest if we make it through the cutoff, all right?
Did you put your body somewhere?
Yeah, there's regular water in your back pocket.
And then one in your bike.
And mix on the bike.
You're good.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're at Pipeline Aid Station. Johanna and Rachel just came by. We did a bit of a NASCAR pit stop there, so close to the time cutoff. Just the pacing for it. It's gonna be ridiculously tight.
Yeah, man. Good luck, bro.
Yeah, man. Way to go. Good job. Woo! Way to go.
Yeah, David.
Good go, buddy. Got trash?
Probably. Nice, David.
Nice work!
Can't even stand up right now. How dead my legs are.
Rachel, Johanna, and David have all now passed through the Pipeline Aid Station and are racing to make it to Twin Lakes, the first cutoff point. It's gonna be close, but all three riders are pushing as hard as they can to stay in the race.
Well, the point in the race is where a lot of people really struggle to get to, and they hope that they get through it. Then they can go right up Columbine. My job is basically to be as considerate as possible, but as firm as possible.
Good job, man.
10-50, hard cut. We're really saving them a lot of agony, but the main thing is safety.
So proud of you.
Yeah, you're all set.
Awesome.
Post race, I feel pretty good. I mean, my body is hurting a bit. I'm disappointed with the results, but I'm not discouraged. If anything, I'm more motivated to return next year.
Ray girl! Good job, Ray! Oh, I love you, Ray!
I know I really did fully put in effort, so I feel very satisfied with that, even though not completing the race.
We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Good job!
Going through everything I went through today, racing Leadville, not getting the finish, I had kind of, at this point, I don't even know if I want to say wanted or kind of dreamed of. It's not necessarily that I didn't get the finish I wanted, but in my head, I'm thinking at least 2-3 checkpoints before I get pulled, if I get pulled. But honestly, with how brutal Leadville is, I think you kind of have to go in with that mindset. I said I wanted to race till somebody pulled me off, and that's what happened today.
This project has never just been about Leadville. It's been about, taking 3 people and showing what's possible physically, emotionally, when you commit to something hard. And hopefully through these 3 people, others get inspired to take on a challenge of their own, whatever size that is, so that they can reap all the benefits that come with the journey.
From the ground up has meant, words can't even describe how much it's meant to me. Being able to do this with complete strangers and show up to a commitment like this and go through the same growth and ebbs and flows and trials and mistakes and adventure has been life-changing.
The motivation for this project was really to find myself again, because as a mom, I kind of lost myself. I worked a lot, and I wouldn't take the time to really take care of myself. This project made me find joy in exercising again. And it made me take the time, for myself, to do so. And I'm a better person because of it. And today is not the end, it's really just the beginning.
My motivation for this project is I wanted to feel like I had a seat at the table. Like I deserved a seat at the table, I wanted to go into events. I wanted to take on new challenges head on. You know what? I deserve to be here. There was a boxer by the name of Hurricane Peter McNeely, kind of a not well-known boxer from Massachusetts who got the opportunity of a lifetime to fight a heavyweight champ. Unfortunately, that was former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson. To his credit, when he hits the ring, that bell rings and he's shot out of a cannon. He takes it to Tyson. And within the first 10 seconds, he's on the mat. Within 2 minutes, he's on the mat again, and that's where the fight ends. Here's the thing that gets missed in that story a lot, and I didn't catch it till probably a couple years ago. The second time he got knocked down, he didn't get knocked out. His corner called the fight. He was stunned, he was dazed. I'll tell you right now, he would have gotten up and kept going until Tyson ruined him. Probably the right call in the moment. Now looking back at it, just like Hurricane Peter McNeely with Mike Tyson, I had a chance to fight the champ. And I got worked, but I did it. And I did it until someone told me not to. Because if they didn't stop me, I would have stumbled, I would have crawled. I would have laid on the ground 5 times while my body completely seized up. But I wasn't gonna stop today until somebody stopped me. And I think that's the thing I'm trying to hang on to on this project. That we took on something impossible and we went until someone said, no, not anymore. Yeah.
I am your boy!
That was so good!
Whoa, you good?
Hopefully we see you in Leadville in 2023. That's a wrap. What were you doing? We were gonna do a peace sign and we're gonna jump. What was this?
That's why I did that.
That was great.
Okay.